So what is an Azure SQL database? We all know that a SQL database is basically a relationship database management system that is fully managed by a Microsoft. So when you talk about an on-premise SQL server, you need to install it and you need to manage everything by your own. Whereas the Azure SQL database is a cloud offering of a database provided by Microsoft. So it's a fully managed service by Microsoft, or you can say it's a fully managed relational database provided by Microsoft, and it offers an enterprise-grade feature like highly available data protection, backup, and high performance scaling, etc. In the previous slides of cloud computing, we discussed that there are three different models of cloud, that is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and a software as a service. This Azure SQL database comes into a fourth category that is called as database as a service. So it simply says that the DBAS or database as a service. So it's called as a database as a service, which simply means that Microsoft Azure is providing a database instance on the cloud, and you need not to worry about its management. The Azure SQL database offers nearly zero administration. You need not to have hired someone to take a normal backup, you have performed some kind of updates, check database structures, not structure, but that database performance, everything. Everything is managed by Azure itself, and they will definitely charge something from you. So it's basically on different models, a pricing model that we'll discuss later. But you need not to do anything in case of Azure SQL database. It's fully managed by a Microsoft. Following features are offered by Azure SQL database. The first one is elastic scale and performance. So it can be have predictable performance level and can scale up and scale down depending upon the workload. It can also have a dashboard views and DB metrics. It can also go with a business continuity and data protection plan. That simply means that it has a concept of self-service restore or disaster recovery. So even in case there is a data center issue or maybe something happens over there, the data is synced into multiple regions. So even in case of a data center failure, your application data won't be lost, and you would be able to serve your customer. It is also compliance enabled and a self-service store. So basically, it doesn't have any kind of issues. It is automatically enabled by compliance, and you don't have to deal with the regulation of a different countries. It is a self-managed and familiar. So the database can be self-managed. It can be used with the help of programmatic API. You can call database with the help of programmatic APIs. It has similar tools and languages that we are normally using in Azure in on-premise SQL. In simple terms, you can say that an Azure SQL is an cloud offering of a Microsoft SQL Server, and it can perform anything that you used to perform on an on-premise SQL Server. The only thing is that that has been fully managed by a Microsoft. Now, let's move to the next question. That is Azure SQL is the same as SQL Server? Because this is the second question which interview can be asked. So the answer is the Azure SQL is a cloud-based database service which is built upon a SQL Server engine, while the SQL Server on Azure VM fall into the industry category of infrastructure as a service, which allows to run the SQL Server inside a fully managed virtual machine. So I have already discussed that if you create a VM and you install a SQL Server instance on it, that will comes under the infrastructure as a service, that is an AS, whereas this Azure SQL comes under a database as a service, that is a database as a service model, which simply means that you need not to have managed it by your own. So the answer is yes, the Azure SQL is similar to the SQL Server. The only difference is that the first one is an on-premise, whereas the Azure SQL is a cloud offering of it. Let's move to our next question, that is how security is ensured in SQL Azure. So Azure provides a couple of different layers of security. The first one is data in transit, which simply means that whenever you are viewing your data, whenever you're running a query, then how it is secured. So data in transit in Azure is secured through SSL and firewalls, while as the data at rest, which means whenever you have stored something into database, then it is secured with the help of TDE, that is a transparent data encryption policy. Well, this can be asked in an interview like how a data is secured at rest in SQL Azure. The answer is the data is secured at rest with the help of TDE, that is transparent data encryption. You need to learn this term, you need to memorize this term because that can be asked in an interview. Now let's move to the next question, that is how do you back up a Azure SQL database? So as we discussed that Azure SQL database is something which is managed automatically and you need not to employ anyone, you need not to hire someone to do the activities like taking a backup and everything. So backup in Azure SQL is done automatically by SQL Azure or by a Microsoft. The backup will be stored for a maximum of 35 days. So let's say if I take a backup today, that would be preserved by Microsoft up to 35 days from now. You can just have it whenever you want up to the next 35 days. So to answer the original question, how to backup Azure SQL database simply means that it is backup automatically by SQL Azure. It also uses a geo-redundant backup, so any location-based disaster will not lose data. So as we discussed that in SQL Azure, a data is replicated across multiple geographies, and it also enables a geo-redundant backup strategy, which simply means that a single backup of your database would be different location, and if a data center in case of data center failure, the data will not be lost and you will be able to serve your customer. Now it can be stored through a manually using Azure portal, or it can be automatically stored with a PowerShell script or a database copy command. So again, it can be asked in a different way, like how can you store the backup that is taken by the database of SQL Server? You can simply say that it can be stored with the help of an Azure portal. So you need to go to the Azure portal and you have to choose the relevant action to perform a database backup. You can also perform an automated restore using a PowerShell script. So you need to write some kind of PowerShell script to perform a database backup, or you can also use a database copy command to restore it. So these are techniques which can be done in order to back up your Azure SQL database, and even if you can restore it over there. Now let's move to the next question, that is how to migrate your on-premise or local database to Azure SQL. Well, this is a question that can be asked in an interview or it can be asked in a different way, because these days most applications are trying to become themselves a cloud native application. And when you say cloud native application, they simply want to move everything to cloud. And since the application is already running and already have a customer base, already they have some data, so they need to migrate themselves from your on-premise server or local database to SQL Azure. So let's discuss how a database can be migrated from the on-premise server to the SQL Azure. The first thing is the Microsoft offers a database migration assistant tool for database migration. This tool helps to upgrade the existing database to a modern data platform of SQL Server or Azure SQL database, and it has following benefits. It allows to move a data schema and an uncontained object from your source server to a target server. It also discovers issues that can affect the upgrade to an on-premise SQL server, like breaking changes, behavior changes, and deprecated feature. So the answer is question like how to migrate an on-premise data to Azure SQL with the help of database migration assistant tool. You need to simply say that Microsoft provides a tool called as database migration assistant tool, and with the help of that tool we can simply migrate our on-premise data to the Azure SQL, and obviously it has following benefit, that is the one which we discussed right now. How data is protected in Azure SQL? This can be asked in a different way as well, like what is the security mechanism to protect data in an Azure SQL instance? Let's discuss this in detail. There are the following options in Azure SQL to protect our data. The first one is automatic or the continuous backup. This simply means that depending upon the service tier that we have chosen, Azure provides a way or mechanism to back up your data, and it divided into three categories. The basic one gives us 7 days of backup, the standard one gives us 14 days of backup, and the premier one gives us 35 days of backup. Again, it totally depends upon the service tier that you have chosen, and obviously depending upon the service tier, you have to pay for that way as well. It also perform a daily backup that also copied to a remote server. So as we know that Azure SQL database can be deployed having a multiple data center in the different regions. So whatsoever data the daily backup we did, it is moved and copied to a remote data center. The second option is an oops recovery. So normally it happens that sometime one of the user, or one of not a user but one of a team member provide or do some kind of activity in which a data might be deleted or data might be updated. So in that particular type, this is called as oops recovery, and in order to recover from that, an Azure provide a self-service point-in-time restore from local backup, including deleted databases. So even if someone delete your database accidentally, like in one of your team member delete database accidentally, Azure provides a self-service point in time to restore from local backup. The third option is a data center disaster. Well, this is not normal, but even Azure or Microsoft has taken this into consideration. So it might be possible that at particular data center region, there might be some kind of natural calamities. It might be earthquake, it might be flood. So in that case, a remote desktop or the remote backup would not be available. So Azure basically what exactly it does, it restored the backup from a remote backup to the any region at a time. Now, let's say your data center is in North Europe and you have some issue over there, then Azure will definitely move a data from a remote region to some other region. And in that process, there would be no charge for backup, but a normal database rates would be applied for restoring a database. So these are three mechanisms which you can say the Azure protected or Azure uses to protect the data in the Azure SQL Server. Now let's move to the next question. Do you need to manage database and apply update? So in the previous slide, we have discussed that Azure is a fully managed database service and everything what we use in Azure is managed by Azure itself. We do not have to hire someone to manage our database. So in simple words, you can simply say that Azure SQL is a fully managed database service and there would be no person required to perform the database or manage the updates. It is done by Microsoft to ensure the availability and performance of it. It also enhances the business security through built-in high availability and threat detection feature. So since it is a managed database, everything that a DBA does to manage and secure a database is automatically done by a Azure SQL database. We do not have to worry about the administering or maintaining SQL Server databases because it is something which is managed by Azure itself. Now, next question is what is the SLA for Azure SQL database? The SLA stands for a service level agreement, which simply means that how much time our data would be available to us. So Azure provides a service level agreement of 99.99%. So this is a number which Azure provides that the data would be available for this much amount of time in an entire calendar month. Now 99.99% is quite a huge amount, or let's say quite a huge number. So how Microsoft manages this thing? So in order to manage this high availability, the data is copied to a multiple location to prevent any failover mechanism. It also, if in any particular month, if Azure does not meet this availability, that 99.99%, then Microsoft offers a service credit as a compensation. So in any month period, if you have a loss because of unavailability of Azure SQL database, so in that particular month, Microsoft offers to give a service credit as a compensation, and whatsoever amount is decided, and that decided based on the SLA documentation provided by the Microsoft as a part of compensation process. Now let's move to our next topic, that is what is the Azure SQL database server? So there's a difference over here. So far we're discussing about a Azure SQL database, and now we're discussing about a Azure SQL database server. A server is a logical container for created a Azure SQL database, and that is created even before creating a Azure SQL database. So whenever you go to Azure portal and create a Azure SQL database, a database server would be created first. You can simply think of this way, that if this is your Azure SQL database instance, then this would be your Azure SQL database server. A server can have a multiple instances of it. It does not exposes the instance level access or feature, and it provides the namespace for single database instance, elastic pools, data warehouses, and so on. So a single Azure SQL database server can have a database pool, it can have a data warehouses, it can have elastic pools as well. We will discuss what exactly is elastic pool and what exactly is data warehouse in the upcoming slide. But as of now, you can simply say that a Azure SQL database server contains a Azure SQL database instance. And finally, if you delete a database server, if you delete a database server, everything inside this would be deleted. So this is how a Azure SQL database server will work, and it consists of a SQL database instances. Now let's discuss the next topic, that is Azure SQL database deployment models. So what is an Azure SQL database deployment model? What is the Azure SQL database deployment models? It can be divided into multiple categories. The first one is single database, and it's an isolated database service that support database scope functionality. So you can simply say that the single database model in an Azure is an isolated database service that support a scoped functionality, and it is best suited for a modern cloud application, software as a service, or a microservice based application. So whenever like in a microservice architecture, we have a multiple databases per service. The single database instance is best suited for those applications kind of thing where you can have a per database instance, and again it can be useful in a software as a service solution like a Azure app service. The next is Elastic Pool. A Elastic Pool is a group of single databases that have shared the same resources, and it is helpful to reduce the operational cost when database have an unpredictable uses. So you can simply say that with the help of Elastic Pool, we can combine multiple databases and all of them can have a shared resources. Let's say you allocate some bandwidth to your Elastic Pool, then the number of databases that you include in that Elastic Pool will be managed by that Elastic Pool itself. And whatsoever amount they are accessing, whatsoever the resources they are using, that would be shared across all the database instances. The Elastic Pool advantage is that it helps you to prevent some unpredictable uses and the operational cost. The third is the managed instance. A managed instance is a fully managed instance of SQL Server Database Engine to support functionality like SQL Agent, database email, brokers, etc. We have been discussing this so far, like what exactly is the managed instance. So everything in this managed instance is managed by a SQL Server, Microsoft, and Microsoft is able to support functionality like SQL Server Agent, database email, broker, etc. This is designed for new application and migrating your on-premise databases to the Azure cloud. And finally, we have something called as SQL Virtual Machine. A SQL Virtual Machine is simply means a virtual machine under which a SQL Server instance is installed, and this is helpful or this is useful whenever you want to migrate your on-premise database to a cloud without any change. So these are the different models which we can use as an Azure SQL database deployment model. The SQL virtual machine, the finally we will discuss, is not managed by Microsoft. So again, you have to think in this way. It's just you have installed the SQL server on a virtual machine. Rest everything that a single database, the Elastic Pool, or a managed instances, they all are managed by a Microsoft. So in an interview, it can be answered like if it can be asked like these three functionality can be considered as a database as a service or a platform as a service, where this undercomes as an infrastructure as a service, where you have to manage a SQL instances by your own. You have to create a virtual machine. You have to install SQL Server over there. You have to perform patching. You have to manage update. Everything need to be done by yourself. So this is all about the SQL database deployment model that exists in an Azure ecosystem.